I enjoy me some Elden Ring as much as the next person. But if there's one thing I really enjoy about Elden Ring, it's the lore. Specifically the lore videos, so I don't have to find out myself. I think I watched every Elden Ring video by Vati, which definitely helped me understand what the fuck is going on in the universe, you know? Do I still suck at the game? Yeah. Does that matter to the story? Technically not. So today, specifically 5 minutes ago, I had this dumb idea for a video, which is speedrunning the Elden Ring lore from memory. So I will try to tell you the whole story of Elden Ring from my huge noggin. Look at the size of my forehead. There's a lot of knowledge in there. You already know that. Do I know math? No. Do I know science? Is science related to math? So no, I don't. What it is filled with is Marica's story as well as her feed pics. So I feel very confident I will get a sub 10 minute for the whole fucking story. The story of Elden Ring and Shadow of the Erdtree. Now mind that I do not know if most of this stuff is canon, so I might sprinkle in some theories that are not confirmed yet, but I don't care. If I fuck up any details, make sure to drag me down in the comments below. And with that being said, how about we get started? 3, 2, 1. Okay. So, before everything, before the fucking Erdtree and everything, there was the lands between. And in the middle, there was the Shadow Realm. Before it was the Shadow Realm. It was a part of the thing. And that was home of the Shadow Tree, which back in the day was considered the Great Tree. I think that might be a theory, but I don't know. So back then when the Great Tree was a thing, the Golden Order did not happen yet. It was the Crucible back in the day. So you were seen as divine if you had horns or feathers or scales and everything. That was seen as a sign of God, like a blessing kind of, you know? So there was the Crucible with the Crucible Knights that were defenders of the Crucible. And also the Horn Scent and all the other omen stuff and whatever they were not nice to the non-horned, non-winged individuals. So they kind of bullied them, kind of shoved them around. Right in the middle was Marica, who was just a fucking person back in the day, coming from, god dang it, what was it called? Shaman village. Right, she was a shaman. And the shamans were bullied by the Horn Scent. So Marica was like, this is not nice. So what happened then? Oh, there's an outer god in space. Sends down 2 meteorites. One, boom, hits the earth first. Mother of all demons. The one living in the basement of this weird finger dude, you know, in the DLC. That's the mother of all fingers. So the mother of the, and also the mother of the 2 fingers, and maybe the 3 fingers of the frenzied flame as well. We don't know. I don't know. The second meteorite, what was that? The Elden Beast, which is the manifestation of the greater will, which is the elder god I just talked about. So what did the Elden Beast do? It became the Elden Ring, consisting of all great runes and everything. It was the manifestation of all. So Marica once found 2 fingers, her 2 fingers, that guided her. The 2 fingers are just a communication device between the lands between and the outer god, the greater will. And the 2 fingers guided Marica into Ilir Enrir, or whatever the fuck this castle is called in Shadow of the Erdtree, with the divine gate above. So she got there, stepped through, and became a god. The castle was built upwards to commune with the gods back in the day, which probably were other outer gods. Right? So Marica became a fucking god, and the Elden Ring got embedded in her. So through the guidance of her 2 fingers, she made the Golden Order. Oh, she also needed a consort, of course. There comes Godric. Godfrey is the one I'm talking about. Godfrey was a warrior known as Horalu, who was a warrior of the Crucible, who also led the Crucible Knights. He was a giga child like that. So Marica and Godfrey hit it off, made some babies. Marica as a god and Godfrey as the first Elden Lord. Oh yeah, also the fucking Elden tree. The Elden tree became golden and divine through the outer will, and that became like a symbol of the golden order or whatever the fuck. So yeah, Marica and Godfrey had a sexy time, and they spawned a couple children. Godwyn the Golden, Morgoth the dude, and Moog the Mogulester. So Godwyn was the golden child. He was perfect. He was the greatest of them all. Moog and Morgoth were kind of fucked because they spawned in with the Omen curse, which makes them spawn with horns and makes them fairy and stuff. And the Omens also had like buffed strength. They were super strong and whatever. But Marica, being bullied by the Hornsent and the Omens back in the day, was like, nah, you live in the sewers now. Congratulations. So she sent all the Omens of royal blood, royal lineage, down into the sewers where they hid them. And all the other ones were forced to cut off their horns so they don't look as yucky anymore. Oh yeah, then there was like Leyndell, which is the capital city surrounding the Erdtree. And dragons were like, ahaha, dragon these nuts across your face. And they attacked. Because dragons were super giga chat back in the day. Amongst them was Placidusax and also Bale. Curse you, Bale! You know this one? Bale kind of betrayed the other ones. Oh, Fortisax was there as well. Fortisax was a super giga chat. So Bale and Placidusax had like a little scuffle. And Bale fled the scene. And Placidusax and Bale went in exile because they both got fucked up. But Fortisax led the fight into the Leyndell capital, and this is the first time the capital walls fell. But out of nowhere comes the one and only Godwyn the Golden, and he's like, "Ayo, guys, come on. That's not cool. What the fuck are you doing?" So he befriends Fortisax because he was that strong and that cool. So they were like, okay, we're cool now. Yay, yatta desu ne? And therefore the dragons and the Leyndell warriors kind of shared skills. So the Leyndell warriors learned ancient dragon magic, being all the incantations with like the lightning and shit like that, you know? So everything seemed great. The Golden Order was thriving. All the Omen and Misbegotten and everything were considered yucky and either locked away or enslaved or whatever. Oh yeah, also there was one warrior who was super giga chad, Radagon. There was also some war going on with Carians, and Rhea Lucaria or some shit. Oh yeah, I forgot about Nokron as well. Where does that fit into the equation? Okay, so I think before all that happened, the Nox were present, but at some point they were banished into the other ground, and then they built the secret city of Nokron and stuff like that. And above that, they built Rhea Lucaria, which is the academy. Right? But since it was built upon the Nokron stuff, it kind of started to sink into the floor. Caria and everything is kind of in chaos. Everybody's beefing with each other. And in the middle, there's one Carian, which is super strong, which is Rennala, the Moon Queen. She was super strong, and on the other side was also Radagon. But then they met on the battlefield, and they saw each other, went like, sheesh, and then they made out. They spawned some children, which were Ranni the Witch, Rykard the Blasphemous, and Radahn the Jaida Chat. Ranni went and learned magic at some academy. There was like an ice witch, the frost witch. She taught her everything she knew and stuff. Ranni also had her own moon, the dark moon, which is not the moon Rennala has, it's another moon. Oh, and she also had a half brother who was her shadow, Blythe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Blythe is the way you say it. He was a fucking wolf. Like a hound, bloodhound. At some point, Radagon was like, I don't like you anymore, Rennala. I'm gonna go fuck this blonde woman over there. So he went to Marica and Radagon hit it off. Marica was like, oh, Godfrey, I don't need you anymore. How about you get the fuck out of here? I banish you. You are now tarnished. Go somewhere else and become stronger. He and all his folk, which are the tarnished, got banished to get stronger and to come back when they are at peak, you know? While they were gone, Marica and Radagon made children. First of all, Mesmer the Impaler, Melina, maybe, and also Melania and Miquella. They all spawned with some fucking disease. Mesmer spawned with a serpent living inside him. Melania spawned with the Scarlet Rot, which is also an outer god, I think. And Miquella spawned in with eternal youth. Melina missed an eye. She got like a crow symbol on her eye. I think that's like a curse mark or some shit straight off Naruto. But yeah, those were there. And Marica said to Mesmer, hey yo, remember the horn scent that bullied me as a child? Of course you don't remember, you weren't born, haha. But how about you go into the Shadowland in the middle of the lands between and fuck shit up? So he went there with his folk and he burned all of them to the ground using his special flame he possesses. In the embrace of Mesmer's flame. Then Marica did the super move and banished the fucking Shadow Realm. Banished the Shadowlands into the Shadow Realm. So she put a veil over it and now it's hidden and cut off from the rest of the world. Also, she was like, I don't like death. Death is kind of cringe. So let me take the death rune out of the Elden Ring and give it to my shadow, which is also like a dog. No, I think it's a lion. Malekith. Malekith is like her bodyguard. So she was like, here Malekith, take this rune of death and protect it, please. So then death was no more in the lands between. So if you died, you were just undead forever. And I think your soul was sent into the Shadowlands or something like that, I think. Oh yeah, Radagon took his children. He was like, fuck you, Rennala, I'm taking the children. I'm also taking the dog, Blythe. They all became demigods because they were Marica's stepchildren at this point. And Rani was like, this is also all kind of fucked. I do not like this. Let me steal a fragment of the Rune of Death from Malekith, give it to the Black Knife Assassins, which is like a group of girlies who assassinate people, and kill Godwyn the Golden. So the Black Knife Assassins killed Godwyn the Golden and also Rani at the exact same time, making it not a full cursed circle of death, but 2 half circles of death, each possessing one of them. Rani's body died while her soul lived on, and Godwyn's soul died while his body lived on to decay and form the Death Root, possessing all the fucking lands between, going all everywhere, and him becoming like a disgusting mermaid looking fucking clam shitty thing. Disgusting. So Rani's body was left and Rani's soul got transported into a doll she formed who looked like her former master, the Ice Queen, you know? So yeah, Marica was like pretty sad that her golden child Godwyn died, so she fucked shit up. She was like, fuck you, Greater Will. I'm gonna bust open the Elden Ring. So she busted a nut over the Elden Ring and smashed it. Everybody was shocked. Everybody's, no, the Elden Ring, how could you do that? So she got banished into the Erdtree. And also a war started. The Shattering, that was like a big thing going on. Everybody started fucking each other up because they wanted the great runes, which are the remains, the shards of the Elden Ring. So all the demigods fucked each other up. Like, give me that rune, give me that great rune, give me that great rune, and hell broke loose. So Marica got banned into the Erdtree with Radagon, so they kind of merged. It's not sure if they merged then or if they already were one person, but that doesn't make sense. That's kind of cringe, you know? So I think they merged then. So Radagon and Marica became one person then. Meanwhile, in the Shadowlands, Mesmer fucked all the Hornsent up, got like a huge castle, and also hooked up with Rennala's twin sister, Rennala of the Twin Moons. But he was kind of grumpy and said, no, I don't need you. Go into that castle, I'm gonna stay in this castle. Please. So he went into the castle and waited for Marica to pick him up and say, good job, my son, good job. But that never happened. Because he didn't know everything that was going on outside with the Shattering and stuff. So he waited for fucking ever, starting to hate his mother. So yeah, all the demigods got their great rune or whatever. They kind of split off and didn't talk to each other anymore as much. But then, out of nowhere, we came back, the Tarnished. So Godfrey, the Dung Eater, the all-knowing Offrear, whatever the fuck, the Golden Mask, Fia, the Deathbat Companion, and I think there was all of them for now. And also, us! Our player character was also one of them among us. So when we came, Melina found us. Melina, who might be a child of Miquella, fucking Marica and Radagon. And she also didn't like the gods very much. So she also went onto a quest to fuck the Golden Order. Because fuck you, Golden Order. Oh yeah! Also, Miquella wanted to chime into the fun and become a god as well. So he built another tree, the Halig tree, which he fed with his own blood. But because of his sister Miquella, no, his sister Melania with the Scarlet Rod, it kind of got yucky and infested. So he made her unalloyed golden needles and armor to soothe her pain, which was nice. And then she could become his blade. Then he was like, I want to become a god. I need a consort. My brother Radan, he's kind of hot. He got a chonker of a cock. I want him. She promised him the consort role. And to make things happen, he needed to be in the Shadowlands. So Melania got sent to Radan to kill him, so his soul gets transferred into the Shadowlands. But Radan was like, I'm not feeling this shit right now. So Melania, in a last-ditch effort, released the Scarlet Rod all over Caelid, which was like a nice land. He also learned gravity magic because he became kind of big, bearing a great rune. So his stinky horse broke down and he was like, oh, I need gravity magic so my horse can stay my horse. So he went to Celia, learned gravity magic, which was pretty cool. And he became that powerful that he can hold back the stars. Because there was like a star incoming that would bust Celia. Which he was like, no, I don't like this. And the stars being held back Rani's faith. Because Rani's faith was dependent on the stars moving. So yeah, the Scarlet Rod got released, everything got fucked up, and Melania got carried back to the Halig tree by one of her Clean Rod Knights. In the Halig tree was Miquella, who became a cocoon so he can overcome his eternal youth and became like a greater body. But then Moog came in, Miquella's half-brother, and one child of Marica and Godfrey. He was living in the sewers and became friends with an outer god, with the formless mother, who gave him like blood flame abilities, which was pretty cool. So Moog was like, oh, this kind of slabs. I'm gonna make my own dynasty, making it like a blood dynasty, which is pretty, yeah, edgy. He went down to Nokron, to the Eternal City, and was like, I'm gonna build my palace there. This is kind of cool. He took Miquella's cocoon, brought it to his dynasty because he was a simp for Miquella, cut open the cocoon in hopes of Miquella jumping out like, surprise! But Miquella fucking died. Yeah, so his soul got sent into the Shadowlands. Moog was like, oh no, this kind of sucks, but I'm gonna await his return. He never returned, spoiler alert. But yeah, I think this is where we are when we arrive. So Melina greets us when we arrive and gives us some shit. She gives us Torrent, which was a horse, and Rani saw us as well, and she gave us the summoning bell, which is pretty cool. So Melina offers to become our maiden because we got no bitches and we need a maiden to become our consort. No, we need a maiden to throw into fire to become the Elden Lord. Yes, we need to burn our maiden because an Elden Lord is a Sigma who doesn't need pussy to thrive. So she offers to take that role and hops along with us. So here we go, fucking up one demigod over the next. We fuck up Margit, which is a projection of Morgoth, who was hiding because he was an omen and omens are not accepted or whatever. Then we fuck up Godric, who is like a fucking loser, who is nothing, who kind of cut off arms and put him on himself. But he had a great rune and we stole that from them, haha. Fuck you, Godric. And then we went to Rennala and got some stuff there. Not a great rune though, we kind of just went there to respec. I don't know why we went there. Then we went into the capital. We killed a projection of Godfrey, which didn't really matter. Then we killed Morgoth, who was the child of Godfrey and Marica. We killed him because he was kind of ruling over the capital city in the meantime while everybody else was gone. Then we also went into Volcano Manor and killed Rykard, who was consumed by the Great Serpent, which is pretty blasphemous. And Volcano Manor was also made by him to be a place of no religion and stuff. I don't fucking know. Then we got to the Erdtree, but there was like a thorn gate because Marica was still chained up inside. So we were like, we kind of need to burn this shit down. Oh, the giants. Oh yeah, there was a war with the giants. The giants were like, they had a big cauldron with eternal fire, which is dangerous because with that you can burn down the Erdtree. So the Golden Order sent somebody. Was it? I think it was Radagon who was sent to fuck shit up there. I don't know, but the giants were deleted. Except for one fire giant, we deleted that one. Then we got to the cauldron. And in the cauldron, Melina was like, aha, we can burn the Erdtree now. Fuck you, Erdtree. And she burnt the Erdtree down because she got like fire shit because she's the sister of Mesmer. Or whatever. In the meantime, she also burnt herself because she needed to do that for us to become the new Elden Lord, making a new era outside of the Golden Order. Then we went back into the capital. But yeah, Melina sent us to Farum Azula, which is like a place in the sky where all the ancient dragons live. The ancient dragons that control time. So up there is somebody very important, which is Malekith, the bearer of the Rune of Death, who got a fragment stolen, and therefore he became a hermit hiding down up there, so nobody can steal the Rune of Death again. Also, he mended the Rune of Death into a black blade, so it's safer with him, I guess. But we went there, we fucked him up, took the Rune of Death, so we can now kill a god. Then we went back into the capital, where it's also all covered in mustiness and ash from the burning Erdtree. And there we fought Godfrey. Because Godfrey went there and he was like, oh my god, Morgoth, you're fucking dead. Oh my fucking god, my fucking son is fucking dead. Oh yeah, also, the people are lit by grace. The light of grace, who shows you your path and shit. And his grace told you, hey yo, you need to kill this Tarnished. This Tarnished being us. So he fought us. We killed him. So we went to Marica. Marica was hanging on like a rune bow, rune arc thingy. Then she broke down. She was all fucked up and shit. And then she turned into Radagon because they were merged into one person, remember? And he fought us then we killed him. Because we can that now, because we got the Rune of Death. And out of his body comes the fucking manifestation of the outer god, the greater will, the Elden beast. And it made a sword out of Radagon's body, and fought us, but we fucked him up. And now we're able to put the head on Marica's body again to repair the Elden ring, so we become the new Elden Lord. Or we could do Ranni's questline, where we kill Radahn, who is kind of fucked up by the Scarlet Rod that Melania spawned upon him. And there was a great festival of his people who wanted to give him a grand finale. So we killed him through this grand finale. Alexander helping us, which is a warrior jar. Blythe helping us, which is Ranni's blade. This fucking dude that was Radahn's folk. Also Okina and some other fucking people. I don't care. So yeah, he was fucking dead. His soul got sent into the Shadow Realm. Remember that. So then we got the death rune off of Godwin's body and Ranni's body. Made the stole the finger slaying blade in Nokron. Oh yeah, that's why they got locked away, because they got the option of making weapons that can kill the fingers, the two fingers, which is a no-no. So that's why they got locked away downstairs. But we stole the finger slaying blade. Ranni fucked up her two fingers. Then we spawned her in, and she made the Age of Stars, where we become her consort, and she ruled over the lands and whatever, and the stars. What? With her fucking dark moon. Or there's also the Frenzied Flame ending, where we got corrupted by the three fingers and burned down the Erdtree for good, and everybody fucking dies and we start anew. There's also the Age of Fracture, which is I think the normal ending, where we just become the new Elden Lord. There's also the Age of the Age of Duskborn, where we got like some rune that we put into the Elden Ring, and that's a different ending then, whatever. Also the Dung Eater ending, which is the ending, the Age of Corruption, the Age of some fucking stinky age, where everybody gets corrupted with the Dung Eater's curse, becomes Omen, and all the children after that as well. But yeah, fuck the endings, fuck that shit. What's nice is what happens with Mohg, because we go to Mohg into his palace, we kill him, but before he dies, his body got snatched by Miquella, who is in the Shadow Realm. So Miquella is in the Shadow Realm with Radahn's soul and Mohg's body, and he uses Mohg's body to revive Radahn's soul, to make him his consort when he becomes a god. So we travel to the Land of Shadows through Miquella's body. There we also meet with Miquella's folk, which we then learn, because Miquella smashes his own great rune, which gives him the ability to charm people. That was his big ability. He could charm people who fall in love with him and become his people. Kind of like Ada from Boruto with omnipotence, you know? So we hunt down Miquella. Miquella leaves fragments of his body, because to become a god he needs to leave his body or some shit. And he also leaves a half of his self, which is Saint Trina, which is like an alter ego. She's like a sleep person, and she's like, oh no, Miquella is going to be trapped as a god. That's kind of sucky. How about you fucking kill Miquella, so you free him from the curse, which is being a god. We are like, sure. So we hunt down Miquella, we kill Radahn, and we kill Miquella. So the 1,000-year voyage of guided by compassion is no more. Miquella wanted to make the world a gentler place where everybody loves everybody, but that's not a real word, because he manipulates everybody into thinking that. Also, Mohg didn't steal him. Miquella charmed Mohg into stealing him, which is kind of fucked. I think that's it. Did I forget anything? Let me think. Oh yeah, Mesmer curses his mother, because when we arrive, he's like, wait, why are you graced here without the light of grace or whatever? How does my mother allow that? My mother kind of is a hypocrite, because she sent me to kill the ones that are not guided by the grace, but then she sent somebody not guided by grace to be there. So he's like, oh, curse you, mother. And he also calls us a mongrel intruder, which is kind of cringe. So yeah, we kill him as well. I think that's it. We got the endings, we got the DLC. Yeah. No! Oh, god dang it. It was 39.30, I think. Guys, 39, a sub 40 for the whole Elden Ring story? I mean, I kind of missed out on all the fucking side characters. Because who cares? Who gives a shit about Gold Mask? Nobody. Absolutely nobody. But I think for like main story and all and some of the alternate endings and the DLC as well, as sub 40, insane. I'm super impressed by myself. I was rambling. I can't wait to edit this video. This is going to be such a fucking shit show. But yeah, anyways, as I said, if I missed any details or anything that is important to you, let me know in the comments down below. Also, let me know from a scale of 1 to 10. How good did I do? How well did I do? But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, like the video. If you like me, subscribe to my channel. And I will see you guys in the next episode. The next episode? Should I do a next episode with some other game? Let me know in the comments. Bye bye!